The Philippines has pledged to increase the share of renewable energy in its energy mix and triple its installed capacity by 2030. It also implemented the feed-in tariff, a guaranteed payment scheme to encourage the private sector to develop renewables. But there's a catch. The country continues to approve coal-fired power plants, with 29 new ones now in the pipeline. Since the Philippines is not a huge carbon emitter, the government says it can keep using cheap, dirty energy for growth. It argues that developed countries must lead the way in cutting the world's emissions because they have contributed most to the problem. From the 1850s to early 1990s, carbon emissions from Northern America and Europe accounted for more than 50% of the global tally. However, succeeding years showed a shift. By 2007, emissions from the developing world, including China, exceeded those from developed countries. Excessive carbon emissions have increased the global temperature by 0.8 degrees Celsius since 1880, leading to climate change. In 2016, the global temperature hit 1.2 degrees Celsius. Countries around the world agreed to keep it well below 2 degrees Celsius and to strive to bring it down to 1.5 to mitigate climate change. They must work together to attain this goal. China, the biggest emitter, now has the largest new wind and solar installations. In Germany, renewable energy accounts for 27.8% of power consumption, leading to a drop in the country's emissions for the first time in decades. Other countries with negligible contribution to climate change have started transitioning from fossil fuels to clean energy. Maldives engages the private sector to generate 20 to 30 megawatts of solar power and plans to go carbon neutral in 10 years. Tuvalu has prioritized climate change mitigation and currently sources 50% of its electricity from renewable energy. Tuvalu is the world's second lowest lying country and one of the most vulnerable to sea level rise. In Uruguay, 94.5% of electricity comes from renewables. Every nation, rich or poor, big or small, must do its part. Find out how you can help.